everybody. Good evening. Carson Meredith with you. It is 7:26. It is Sunday, December 1st, last month of 2024. Hope you're well. Hope you've enjoyed this last day of a long holiday weekend. And I hope you've stayed warm. That obviously is the big weather maker, the big weather headline as we head into this new work week, try to get back going after Thanksgiving weekend. So we're going to talk about the cold weather, of course. That is the main focus in the week ahead. But there is still that small snow chance on Monday as another clipper moves through. So I'll give you an update on that as well. I'm going to be probably a little brief tonight. I'm very tired. It has been a busy weekend here in the weather office, so bear with me. Carrie says he had to climb on the roof to remove the snow from those solar panels. That's not surprising. You know, our forecast last night was pretty good. We said all along I-64 would have the best shot to see some snow, the most snow rather, and sure enough, we saw widespread 1 to 2 inches of snow right over I-64. So good little first true taste of winter to kick off December. All right, let's get you outside to Paristown. You see the skating rink still pretty busy for school night, I guess, now that all the kiddos are heading back to school. I ice skated one time in college, and it did not go well. Here's our temperatures this hour. These are the actual temperatures. We're still barely holding on to freezing here in Louisville at 33. Southern Indiana, most of you guys are now in the 20s again. 27 in Bedford, 28 in Seymour, 26 in Salem. Jeffersonville, you're still holding on to 32 tonight. And we've got a smattering of 32s and 34s across central and southern Kentucky. So this has certainly been a cold start to December. We got up to 39 in Louisville this afternoon, which was warmer than our forecast, largely because we had so much sunshine earlier today. Wasn't it nice? Yeah, it's cold. I know it was a cold sunshine, but we'll take whatever blue sky we can, right? Angela's watching in Spencer County. Chilly, I bet. Out there, Angela. Hope you're well. Weather Geek says hello, too. And this cold air is, again, going to be the number one story for this work week ahead. Radar is quiet. It's a nice sight to see after the snow that rolled through last night. We'll keep radar quiet overnight tonight as well. But let's zoom things out, shall we? Let's go way up north. Let's go up to the Dakotas and Minnesota. Anybody want to take a guess where the next clipper is? Right there. There it is. It doesn't look like much, but you guys know the drill with these clippers. They are quick movers, and they can always cause a little trouble. So this clipper is going to go south and east like that. So it has a different track than what we had last night. Last night's snow went west to east. This clipper for tomorrow will be coming in from the north and west and diving south and east like so. That's one big difference. Another is that this clipper does not have quite as much moisture as the clipper that we had last night. And that means the risk for accumulations is lower this go round. I really don't see much in the way of accumulations, maybe a half inch in a couple of lucky spots. But even then, that's a stretch, especially as I've looked over some of the data, the newest data that's come in the last couple of hours. So that's where the clipper is now. It's up near, oh gosh, what would that be? Fargo, North Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. You ever been to Sioux Falls? I almost got a job there in TV a long time ago. But anyway, that'll be moving south and east towards our backyard as we get towards tomorrow. But the big story tonight is the cold. This will be, so far, the coldest night of the season. Our forecast low here in Louisville is 20 degrees, 20. That's it. Our average low temperature for December 1st, December 2nd is around 35. So way below that mark tonight. If you live outside of the city, if you're like Angela and you live in Spencer County, if you live in the Knobs, if you live anywhere that's not the metro, you will see overnight lows in the teens. Bone chilling indeed. Layers, layers, layers heading out the door tomorrow morning, especially for those kiddos at the bus stop. We'll keep some clouds around tonight, and depending on how thick or thin that cloud cover becomes, that's going to have a big say in really just how low those temperatures go. Our forecast is assuming a little more clearing at some point during the night, but if those clouds stay pretty thick, it might be more like 22 or 23 degrees tomorrow morning. I mean, it's still going to be cold, okay? But just make sure you stay warm as you're heading out early tomorrow morning. Look at our forecast high for tomorrow afternoon. Yikes. 33 in Louisville tomorrow afternoon. That is it. A lot of you will not get above freezing on Monday because of the thick cloud cover and because of that colder air that's still getting reinforced from the north and west. Now, we have that flurry chance with that clipper I just showed you that's up in the Dakotas tonight. That's going to sweep down into wave country during the day tomorrow. This does not look like a huge travel impact, okay? Tomorrow is not an alert day at this time because accumulations look minimal and travel issues also look minimal. So this shouldn't be a huge deal tomorrow. Just don't be surprised if you see a few, as we like to call, festive flurries flying around, really during the heart of the day. I said at 10 a.m., that is, until 8 o'clock in the evening. It's kind of a broad window, but, there's going to be quite a bit of flurry activity. A lot of times with flurries, it's just a little flurry there, a little flurry there. This is actually a good swath of flurries rolling through. And the reason why it's a bigger swath of flurries is because it's a clipper that doesn't have much moisture. So the snow chances tomorrow are low. A lot of you will likely see flurries tomorrow. It's just that coverage is going to be fairly hit and miss as that clipper scoots through. 10 or 20% between 10 a.m. And 8 p.m. is our current timing for the flurries tomorrow. All right, DJ King, how are you, my friend? Hope all's good up there in North Vernon. Tommy's asking about how much snow Carrollton will get tomorrow. Not much. Nobody is going to get a lot of snow tomorrow. Our current forecast just has a little dusting, a little coating of snow, if that, because these flurries will just not have much moisture to work with. The less moisture you have, the less you can make snowflakes, right? So we're only expecting a dusting at best. If you get down closer to Bowling Green, so if you live maybe down near Hart County, if you live in Munfordville, Cave City, if you live in Greensburg, Columbia, you guys might get closer to a ½ inch. But even then, I'm a little skeptical at this stage of the game. Most of us just going to see flurries and no accumulations other than maybe a coating on the grass as we go through tomorrow evening, or tomorrow afternoon, rather. Let's see. Carrie is watching us in Orange County, as always. Hope you're well. Weather Geek says, is this let the faucets drip kind of weather? It's right on the line. It's right on the edge. Where my last job in Alabama, yes, this would be drip the faucets kind of weather. If you have an older home that maybe the pipes in your home aren't as well insulated, it might be a good idea just to be safe, out of an abundance of caution, drip those faucets. But most of us should be okay. We're used to this kind of cold, right? It's just kind of a shock when it first happens, right? Good question, Weather Geek. Looks like May is watching us in Tennessee, or has plans to be in Tennessee. Keep it out of Tennessee. Tennessee might get a decent little quarter to half inch of snow out of this. So yeah, keep that in mind. Shonda's watching. Hope you're well, Shonda. Let's see. Andrew on YouTube is watching us from Virginia. I would assume is what that is. Shonda says nothing accumulating. I don't see it other than a dusting. That's truly all I see with this, especially up closer to the Ohio River. Here in Louisville, dusting, not a big deal. If we're going to see accumulations tomorrow, it's going to be south of Louisville, and it would only be a quarter to half inch. So hopefully that makes sense. Here we go with Futurecast. This is 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. You see across most of the region at that time, it's just hit and miss kind of stuff. Just a few of those flakes here and there and here and there. But the bulk of the moisture will be to the south and west, out towards Owensboro and Madisonville and Hopkinsville, because of that northwest to southeast dive that this clipper is making. So as we go through the afternoon, again, flurries certainly going to be flying. How much remains to be seen. Models are kind of, going back and forth on how much flurry activity we see up here in wave country. Confidence is higher that we'll see more widespread flurries and even a few snow showers just outside of our area in southern and western Kentucky, closer to Bowling Green. So as we go through the afternoon and evening, that clipper moves out, and the flurries for the most part should wind down past 8 o'clock tomorrow night. No travel issues, as I keep saying. Schools are going to be open. Sorry, kids. Schools are going to be open. So, yeah, that's the storyline for Monday. Let's jump to the 10-day. And again, I'm not going to be on here too long tonight, guys, because I am very tired. It's been a long weekend. It's cold. That doesn't help things either, right? You just want to stay inside and sleep. But unfortunately, a lot of us can't do that. 33 tomorrow, 36 Tuesday. Tuesday looks like a very nice day. When you look at the sky, at least. Cold, obviously, but sunny. The warmest day for the upcoming work week is Wednesday, when we get to 46. Wednesday evening, there will be another cold front moving through. A pretty strong front, it looks like. And we've been kind of watching this front to see if it's going to have any moisture with it. Because if it did, we might be talking about a wintry mix kind of deal. But throughout the weekend, that Wednesday cold front has come in drier and drier and drier. We'll keep a small chance in for a sprinkle or a flurry Wednesday night. It doesn't look to be a huge concern. But once that front moves through Wednesday night and early Thursday, we will get another blast of cold air to close out the work week. How cold? Good question. 36 is that high temperature in Louisville on Thursday. Look up towards Chicago, 24. Des Moines, 21. Whew. Cold, cold, cold. So the trend certainly for the first half of December really is to keep things cooler than average. There's starting to be some indications, however, that the second half of the month, we might warm things up just a little bit once again. But we keep things cold Monday and Tuesday. Not too bad Wednesday. Then another cold front moves in Wednesday night, knocks us back down into the 30s. Then we get to next weekend. This has been a finicky forecast for next weekend. So this is the European model. We show you this model a lot. And it has been consistent on having another clipper move through nearby. Might be further north into the Great Lakes up near Chicago. Maybe we have an interaction with the southern stream. Get a little phasing going on. It's very murky right now. But the European model in particular gives us at least a chance for perhaps some light snow next Saturday in particular. But there's a lot of uncertainty. So we'll keep an eye on that. The GFS, for what it's worth, has next to nothing for next Saturday. So a lot of things still need to be worked out with this potential weekend setup in the days to come. All right. So that's the setup for Saturday, next Saturday. And then we get towards the following work week, and it looks like next Monday, next Tuesday, December 9th, December 10th, we might be looking at a potential rainy setup around here. Haven't talked about rain, it seems like, in a while. It's been all snow. But anyway, all in all, things are looking steady. I won't call it busy. I'll call it steady. Definitely some things to keep an eye on, but nothing screams alarms alerts at this point. All right. We'll watch tomorrow for those flurries. Brian, of course, will be here. He'll have his snow talk tomorrow morning, as always. And if anything changes with that clipper moving through tomorrow, of course, you know he's going to take care of you guys and let you know. But for the time being, looks like just flurries flying around tomorrow, maybe a little dusting. That's all I really see. Otherwise, it just stays cold with highs in the 30s and lows in the teens and 20s for most of the work week ahead. Let me run through the comments one more time. Over 250 of you guys watching tonight. Man, I appreciate you, even on a quieter night. It's awesome. Let's see. Tommy says, my daughter is really wanting to know, hopefully before Christmas, maybe if there's going to be snow before Christmas. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I think I think the trends are suggesting it might get a little bit warmer by the second half of December. So there's that. Carrie's got some good thoughts here. If the sun is shining, it feels warm. I'd rather have sunny and 30 than 50 and rainy. I agree. Yeah. Right. I mean, it felt nice today to have some blue sky and sunshine, right? So even if it was cold. My man, LA. LA's a cool cat, guys. Appreciate the kind words, my friend. You take it easy. I'll see you Friday when I'm back at the office. Shonda says December 9th, next Monday, when that rain potential comes into play, was Ryan Hoke's pick for the first 1-inch snow of the season. Yeah, kind of a weird setup last night. Let me Shonda reminded me I left a graphic out on accident. Hang on. So a weird, we mentioned I-64 saw the most snow last night, the 64 corridor, including here in Louisville. But the airport saw less than 1 inch of snow. We can get into the reasons why. I've got my beliefs. It has to do with the heat island, a big part of it. But what happens at the airport is the end-all, be-all records for the city of Louisville, for weather in the city of Louisville. So it will go down with that snow last night as a less than 1 inch snowfall for Louisville. So it looked like last night that Ryan Hoke's guess of December 9th for the first 1 inch snowfall of the year was going to be the winner out of all of us. And I was going to look like a fool for saying January 4th. But by the letter of the law, Ryan has not won our 1 inch snow guess contest just yet. So yeah, very interesting for sure. You go 10 miles, well, not even 10 miles, 10 minutes down the road to the Weather Service office in the South End. They saw close to 1.5 inches of snow at their office. Around 2 inches of snow, 1.8 to be exact, in Frankfort last night, 2.3 in Shelby County. The winner that I saw in our coverage area was Ferdinand, Indiana, out in DuBois County. Saw 2.5 inches of snow last night. So it was a good little snow, right? Gets us all in the holiday spirit. It was a Saturday night. Didn't have to worry about school or work this morning. It was a good snow. 24 days till Christmas. Feels like it, right? All right. Any last minute comments before I go? Again, I appreciate you guys watching. It's Sunday night. That means we've got NFL football. You all know the drill by now. San Francisco and Buffalo tonight. Once that game is done, if you're still awake, keep the channel on NBC so you can watch the late edition of Wave News at 11. That'll be around 11:30 or 11:45. We'll give you an updated look at tomorrow's flurry chances. And, of course, an updated look at the 10-day earliest alert, should there need to be any changes following the evening data that comes in here shortly. All right, my friends. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Shonda's got a question about the records for Jeffersonville. Jeffersonville technically doesn't have a let me come back on for a second. Jeffersonville doesn't technically have like a record keeping site that I'm aware of. There's 4 the Weather Service calls them climate sites, where you got hard set record keeping. One of them's Louisville, obviously. Lexington is one. Keep in mind, the Weather Service in Louisville covers more than just wave country. They got Louisville, Lexington, Bowling Green. There's a couple that I can't remember. But as far as like daily measurements, Shonda, like what's happening in Jeffersonville, what you see on the maps in Jeffersonville, that comes from the airport there in Jeff. So hopefully that makes sense. Little traffic update here. James says he's sitting on I-65 and he hasn't moved in over 30 minutes north of Austin, Indiana. So that's up near Scott and Jackson County. Okay. Well, I will run into the newsroom and see if they've got any information on that, James. Appreciate the heads up. All right. That's going to do it for now. Again, appreciate you all watching as always. We will be back on the TV side of things tonight after Sunday Night Football. Brian will be here at the Snow Talk tomorrow morning. The rest of the crew will get you through the week ahead. Make sure you stay warm, my friends. Stay warm, dress in layers. Make sure those kiddos are dressed in layers as they wait for the bus tomorrow morning as we all get back in the swing of things after the Thanksgiving holiday. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. Appreciate you. See you later.